Good morning and welcome to AI Tech Tuesdays. I'm Yamil Casa with my co-host Crystal Gonzalez, here to talk to you all things AI and technology. Today, Crystal is going to talk to you or to all of us about the tech stack that she uses in her business and for her clients. So, Crystal, take it away.
Thank you so much for the introduction, Yamil. And happy Tuesday to everyone. So today we're going to be talking about the tech stack I use at Virtual Solutions, some of our go-to tools, just so that our our audience, our listeners, kind of know what we're using and what's working for us. In our next episode, we'll be sharing Yamil's tech stack. So look forward to that if you're wondering what she's using as well. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of highlight some different things we're using. So for example, for our CRM, we're using Go High Level. I think most of our listeners know that we use Go High Level, and this is kind of our bread and butter behind the scenes that does all of our marketing and connects all of our apps together, and is just like a really awesome tool for us. I learned about this tool I'd say about 3.5, almost 4 years ago. And I had been searching for a CRM and found this as something that was very robust. And I signed up, and we've been learning about it ever since, and just adding another layer of knowledge every single year. And as we continue to use it and have different projects thrown at us, we learn more things. So that's one thing we have is our CRM. And then also we're using, like we've shown in the past, Notebook LM for different projects, for different client files, digital brain kind of per se. So we're using that. We use Google Workspace. So I love the Google suite of products. So whenever I bring in a team member, we can share Google Docs and Sheets and all that stuff behind the scenes. And it's pretty seamless there. We don't have to get them an extra subscription to Microsoft. They can really just come into our workspace and work off the documents through that. Another tool we use a lot is our Gamma presentation. I think is it Gamma 8.ai. It's like a PowerPoint builder, and it also helps build proposals. And in the form of AI tools, we're using Claude a lot, even building skills in Claude Chat and Claude Cowork. So Claude Cowork is really cool because it kind of controls your computer. So that's really neat. It takes a little extra steps to get it set up, and you don't want to let it just run on its own. You do want to supervise it, but more and more the team and I have been using it. We really love it. So that's another tool. We use ChatGPT, but not as much. But there are some custom GPTs that we have in there that we like. And then just some projects we have saved that ChatGPT already knows about. And we have a team account on that. For Claude, I have a single account, and all the members on my team, we just access it through one email account, and we can all get in. So far, that's working out. Let's see, what else are we using? We are using CapCut Pro, I believe. We have Ring Central for our phone lines. Let's see, what other tools do we have? Ring Central. Can you think of other ones we use?
Of the ones that we've talked about together, I can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
Which
those
one do you
are
find yourself using more often, like on a daily basis?
Well, the CRMs on a daily basis, obviously, because
Mm-hmm.
we're going in, we're assigning each other tasks through the CRM, doing emails. Oh, another one I'm using, Marbleism, right? We have all of
Yeah.
our sub accounts in there, which has been really awesome because our team will go in, we'll build a sub account for a client, and then we charge them a fee to give them an extra account for themselves and their own login. But we can use it really on the inside, and it's really helps a ton our team, just helping with marketing and stuff like that. So
Tell more, say more about Marbleism, because Marbleism is pretty cool.
yeah, no, it is. It's really cool. I believe it's 5 AI agents, and you can create unlimited sub accounts just like in High Level. And let's see, you've got your receptionist, your executive assistant, your legal assistant, your social media manager, and then you have a
The salesperson too,
sales
sales
guy,
prospector.
Stan.
Yeah.
I believe it's Stan.
Yeah, I think it's Stan.
Yeah.
I think it's Stan. Yeah.
Sales prospector. And that's really cool too because so cool. They'll source leads for you. So you can kind of pick out who you want to target in what market, and they'll come back with daily sourced leads. And initially, it wasn't giving me, I think it was the contact phone number. And so I asked it to go ahead and add the contact phone number in there too. So that's really cool. So we can take those leads and I run them through a different app, which is the scraper through Appify. So we use Appify as well, just to be able to pull up more information about the business. So I'll take that list, download it, and then copy it over into Appify. And then it'll actually give me it'll scrape all the information and like tell me how many Google reviews each business has. Like you can get really detailed on it. And so that helps us because if a business doesn't have a ton of reviews, it tells us they may be a very small business that could use our help still. They need a little help on that end versus someone who has a business that has thousands of reviews or hundreds. They're working with a marketing company or someone's kind of probably helping them. So we're able to kind of just filter kind of interest that way. So that's been really cool for us. It's really, really helped, save us time on when we're doing outreach to new clients. And Appify is really cool. There's a ton of stuff you can do in Appify. Obviously, there's some tutorials on YouTube, but that's another tool that I have found to be very useful. And then just like your regular I run my books off QuickBooks, I guess. So my team helps with that and we keep all that stuff going. And then for payment processing, we have Stripe, which is part of our CRM, but there's other processors as well that can be added. So I think that's pretty much, other than your standard stuff like Adobe and, but I think that's pretty much my tech stack that we're using now. We do have N8N and Zapier as two additional tools we use to help us connect things. But for the most part, that's kind of what I'm using. What is your feedback on those tools and how much do you know about most of the ones I'm doing, Yamil?
I've used most of them. Appify, not so much. I am just learning about it and building my own scrapers, but I'm just starting. So this is
Yeah.
this is new. But really, I think the message that we're trying to convey to our viewers and listeners is that a lot of these tools you use them together. You don't just use one or two tools. You use them together to almost as a team, almost like a team of employees to help you with different things. Because
Mhm.
not every AI tool is good for everything, in my opinion. And I think you probably agree with that, Crystal. Like some are better than others at certain
Yeah.
tasks. So
Mhm.
for example, Claude is fantastic for writing and putting together really great documents that are very, very thorough and are already formatted so they can be shared or used immediately,
Mhm.
and it's really cool. Have you tried Claude Design yet?
I have not.
I used it briefly, and what I did is I gave it a presentation, an existing presentation from a client that wasn't it didn't really kind of match the brand or the new vibe. So I put it in there and I asked it to match this other thing that I'm building for them to make sure that everything is cohesive and coherent and it kind of looks like it's coming from the same business. And I did a really good job. The only thing that I found is that it kind of chewed up through my credits pretty quickly
Oh, yeah.
and it locked me out pretty fast because it was like, oh, you're out of credits. So that's the one thing. So you have to have a paid account for that, just like I think you have to have a paid account for CoWork as well. And Claude Code, you can't have that for the free account, I don't think. But it's another
Yeah.
tool that it's not as good as some other graphic programs, but it's great for presentations as well. So it
Mhm.
might replace Gamma at some point for you. Who knows? But it's every tool is good for its own little special thing. And then you kind of figure out how you want to use it, that and other things together to create a workflow for yourself that works and makes things more efficient and more easier for you to use and easier for you to
Mhm.
create output and be able to fulfill whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's just doing your daily work or helping a client get set up or whatever you
Yeah.
happen to be doing that day.
Yeah, totally. One thing I was thinking is that like, well, we do use Canva clearly. I
Hmm.
didn't mention that in the tech stack, but the
Yeah.
other thing is that it's been really cool because like with my son and his medical stuff, just on a personal note, there's a ton of applications and paperwork and stuff I have to fill out for him medically. And so I created a skill in there, and now I could just upload the documents I need filled out, and it fills them out for me, like everything, like contact information, his
Are you
information.
doing that in Canva? Are you doing that in Canva?
In Claude. In
Oh, in
Claude.
Claude.
I'm
Yeah, yeah.
providing
No,
the
it's
documents that need filled
yes.
out, and it just they're filled out for me. So, yeah, I
I
know it
know, I
takes
know.
tokens and stuff, but you know what? Sometimes I don't have the time, but I need it executed and I need it done.
Well,
Yeah.
tokens is one thing, but really, honestly, time is money. So even if you have to buy more tokens, is it worth saving a couple hours of your day? It really is. In my opinion, it really, really,
Yeah.
really is.
It's
Absolutely crucial.
yeah, it's so good. So anyways, having that skill built in there and learning how to put those skills in there. So I encourage anyone out there who's wondering what to do
Uh-huh.
next, check out our tech stack of what we're doing. But definitely Claude is really good. But one last thing I wanted to tell you, I don't know if you heard about this or not over the weekend, I heard, is that the UK just launched or Chat GPT is running ads in UK. Sorry, I got tongue twisted there.
Inside the platform.
In the UK, it's been released
I
to
have
run
heard that.
ads inside ChatGPT. I haven't had a chance to look into it too much, so it's not here on this side, but they're running ads. They're allowing you to run ads now through ChatGPT. So, anyways, I'm going to look more into that and see. I'll have more
Good
updates
and
in a
bad.
future
Good
episode.
and bad.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, anyways, so I thought that could be good, that could be bad, but another thing is Claude has helped us put together marketing strategies, complete strategies. I
Mhm.
mean, went in, and
Mhm.
then when you use the cowork, it can go in and do things for you as
Mhm.
well. So it's pretty neat, but yeah, it can get expensive if you're using it too much. So,
But Claude is magnificent, honestly. It is my favorite tool right now. I use it
mhm,
for a lot of things, and I took a class on Claude Code, and I'm still kind of struggling with that a little bit because I'm not a developer. But there's a lot of people out there that are not developers and are doing really great things. So it's just going to take some practice, just like anything. You don't get good at something immediately. You just gotta keep trying. And all of this is all new to all of us, and everything is changing every day.
yeah,
So you just gotta be flexible and fly with where the wind takes you. And just go along with it,
mhm,
and just keep learning and keep trying new things because it's just here to help you. And is that I don't know. People always say, "Oh, AI is here to replace you," and I don't believe that's true because you still have to direct it. You still have to tell it what to do. It'll do the thing for you, but you still got to give it. You got to give it gas.
yeah.
Right? You have to, or at least put the key in the ignition, right? And give it direction, tell it where to go. But it's very helpful, especially for smaller businesses that don't have a lot of resources to hire a lot of people to help. It's really helpful.
Tell you that it's been, and I know we're probably getting about ready to end our episode, but real quick, I just want to say I've noticed that the more we use these tools and the more projects we start, the more help we need. It's crazy. Like it's like, wow, we have massive things going on like behind the scenes people don't know about right now, which is awesome. We're so super excited about it, but we find ourselves working on these projects because we can't leave AI agents to run this stuff. This is like we're building the initial foundation of everything. Like we can have them help us with some things, but this has to be like our brains put in there to put together. Okay, it gives us a layout, the skeleton.
Yeah.
And then we're like,
Yeah.
okay, it's a little bit of this and a little bit of
Right.
that. And
And it's representing your business, so you have to be the one to give it direction and make sure it knows what your vision and mission
mhm.
are so that it follows your instructions and it actually represents your business well. So you are needed.
Yeah,
We're all
I know.
needed for
Can't
this.
quite
It's just
step
not
away
it's
yet because
self
we're still at the crucial part
right.
of building our businesses,
Exactly.
but at least I can take a little vacation here and there, so that's good.
Right.
Well, in our next episode, Yamil is going to be sharing her tech stack, right?
Yes.
Next week.
Get ready for that one.
Okay.
Thank you for
Okay.
joining us today, everybody. Have a fantastic rest of your week. And if you have a question about any of the tech stack that Crystal talked about today, please leave a comment and we'll be happy to help you out. Or if you've got something you'd want to have us talk about, if there's something you're using that you would like us to try out, talk about, maybe share with others, please also feel free to leave a comment below. That'll be great. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you next
Don't
week.
forget to hit the subscribe button and share this episode.
Oh,
Thank you
yes.
guys. See you next episode. See you next
See
Tuesday.
ya.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.